Apparently, Sesko's asking price has been dropped. There's updates where Eze is concerned. We've been linked with Nicholas Jackson of Chelsea and Cristhian Mosquera. Apparently, our first bid has been rejected. People, Deluded, I'm back again. Smash the like button. Quick video business. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Big up African Gooner. You would see I get him as part of my panel shows. Make sure you give him a follow. He's making inroads in this journalist thing. Apparently he has said, and many people have said, Blind, apparently RB Leipzig have lowered their asking price for Arsenal target Benjamin Sesko. With no movements in recent weeks, Leipzig are now considering 60 million a more realistic price. What? These man thought they could finesse better. Like he ain't put in 11, 12 years. They think we're rolling with Edu. Clearly, it's been a game of chicken. I don't know what to believe. 1 minute, Sesko's the one. Next minute, Gyökeres is the one. Next minute, both of it is looking mad, and we're ready to pivot back towards Ollie Watkins. I would love 2 strikers and a left winger, and then I slap myself and wake up. That's not happening. In Berto, we trust. Arsenal tugs. Corner boys in the building. A's up till he frees up. Smash the like button. Do you lot believe in Sesko? So, yeah, that's what's being said, people. Romano has apparently said, get ready, Arsenal fans. It's been a busy summer already, has it? And the best is yet to come because Arsenal want to do way more. Hey, Mikel Arteta, you told man goosebumps. But you ain't never given no interview or nothing, but you just look serious. That's a real aura, man. Can we get Rodrigo? Can we just get ballers, people? So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Do you really think it's going to be a mad summer where we're like, oh, it's a madness? Fair enough. Kepa, Nordgaard, Zubamendi, Zubimendi, Mosquera. These are, you know, plugging the gaps. I always give the a thingy. If you're going to Westfield or a shopping mall, and for those of you abroad, yeah, it's like we've gone into Primark. The names I just said, apart from Zubimendi, I think he's a baller. You call him a pair of trainers, but the other guys, it's like we've gone into Primark. We've got our socks and our boxes, that being the squad players and whatnot. We now need to go into Gucci, into Louis Vuitton. That's the strikers and the left wingers. I hope we don't underdeliver. Apparently, Arsenal are ready to take on North London rivals Tottenham Hotspur in the race for the 68 million Crystal Palace star Eze. I mean, them man got Champions League football and won Europa League and no one cares. And Boemo has apparently told them that I'm not on the Spurs thing, I'm going United. Apparently, Andrea Berta has held talks with one of Eze's reps. So he's got more than one rep. Is his parents handling it? But Berta will have to convince the Arsenal hierarchy that it is a worthwhile deal given the England international's age and fee. I mean, he turns 27 over the weekend, as it says here, people. That's why I don't agree with it. Because it's win now mode. But that's why I don't think we're going to sign Eze and Gyökeres. I personally think we're getting Sesko. I don't think we're getting Gyökeres. Sesko remains Arsenal's #1 target, but they are also interested in Gyökeres, although they face competition from Manchester United and Liverpool. Earlier this summer, a left winger was regarded as a bonus with a striker a priority, but the club want to do both. Although buying Eze would reduce the funds for a striker, Berta, Arteta, Cronkies, make it happen. I don't care who has to be sold beyond the obvious. Make it happen, people. And where you look at excluding Zubamendi, with the greatest of respect to Nordgaard, who's gonna cost 9 million, Kepa, who's 5 million, Mosquera, who we're hearing 17 million. I'm not saying I don't like these players necessarily, but this tells me we've got a budget in it. So the less you spend on this kind of squad players, the more you should have for a left winger and a striker. And completely off topic, is it just me or is the striker market and the left wing market a bit fugazi, bar the names? Arsenal consider surprise bid for 32 million Chelsea star. Now, the only reason I think there's elements of legs into this is, one, we need a striker. So I don't think we're going for Jackson, but we need a striker and he can play left wing. And two, the main thing, we love a Chelsea player in it, but I don't believe this, man. According to reports, Arsenal have included Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson on their list of striker targets. We know we've been linked with Gyökeres and Sesko and Ollie Watkins. Jackson has 30 goals in 80 appearances for Chelsea. Again, Chelsea are probably going to sign a striker. I'm not sure on the credibility of Mr. Duncan Castle. But he's apparently said on a podcast, Arsenal have Jackson on their summer shortlist, and Chelsea would be open to selling, having already signed Liam Delap. I think if Chelsea are able to get whoever it is, like a Cat A striker with Liam Delap doing his thing, I mean, Nicholas Jackson could play off the left, but naturally, I think his days are numbered. Arsenal are said to be holding out for a deal which represents the best value and are yet to make a final decision on which striker they'll sign. I disagree. I think Sesko is the one. I think if it's not making sense, we'll pivot to Gyökeres, then Ollie Watkins. If for one reason or another, if 1, 2, 3 don't work, then you might see this. I'm not on this. He has changed. What's this? What is this? He has changed his stance and wants a big squad, and they're going about it in all kinds of areas. Gyökeres has basically told Sporting he's not going to play or train for them again unless they let him go at a price of 60 million euros plus 10 million euros in bonuses. That was agreed at the end of last season's transfer window. Big fight with the president there. He's one of 4 candidates to be a new striker at Arsenal. Sesko has been a key figure in their list of targets. One of the issues is Sesko has been asking for a release clause to be added to a contract. Now, some other journalists say talk of him wanting crazy wages and a release clause are wide of the mark. So I'm not sure on Duncan Castle's credibility. To be added to a contract that he would sign with Arsenal, which is something that Arsenal are not keen on for obvious reasons. Listen, key reason beyond the obvious with Sesko is resale value. So if you sign for us and you become one of the best strikers in the world and Europe's elite, like Real Madrid, Barca, if they're onto you, by all means, we'll let you go, assuming we achieve stuff. But release clause, get out of it. Tell them to shout us. Sesko has been a key figure on their list of Ollie Watkins, Arsenal explored signing him in January. Aston Villa said, no, you will not be taking our key forward at that point. But Watkins, I'm told, would be open to a move to Arsenal. Whether that will emerge, you'd like to play for... What? Whether that will emerge, you'd like to play for continue... You'd like to play for continue playing for club in Champions League again. So you know that's not my English. That is what's being said there. But play for a club with the possibility of winning the Premier League title. If Arsenal were able to offer Aston Villa a sum that'd be acceptable for them. And then there's one more name that I'm aware of this week, which may come as a surprise, which is Nicholas Jackson, the Chelsea striker. He's had an interesting time in his 2 years at Chelsea. Chelsea have always been looking for either adding somewhere else in that position or replacing him totally. The guidance I have on where Arsenal are on this is the broad range of options as deliberate. They want to ensure that they can get a centre forward for Arteta this window and don't fail like they did last summer. They'll do one of the deals. They're telling the reps of players involved that what will come down to is the deal that they believe makes the best sense to the club. Depending on financial terms, they could secure with the player, and with certain players such as Gyökeres, the personal terms are already agreed and what they can secure with the selling club is very much best deal on all parameters. Once all parameters are assessed, they're going to get one of them in the door and nothing is settled yet. What do you lot make of that? Once again, apparently Arsenal have added Eze to their list of potential targets to provide competition to Martinelli, Trossard and Saka. And again, he can play in Odegaard's role, can play in the 8, can play out wide. He's got a 68 million release clause, which is there are some rumors even here that it could be paid in 3 installments. Get that done, man. And obviously where Kepa and Norgard is concerned and the others, it seems like we're moving closer to getting that. We all know Thomas Partey is departing. Arsenal hopeful of deal to sign Valencia defender Mosquera. Apparently our bid of 16 million for the Spanish under-21s international has been rejected, people, which typically the first offer, smash the like button, doesn't get accepted. We are scheduled to hold more talks after our initial offer of about 16 million for the 21-year-old, who also has interest from Real Madrid, was rejected. We're expected to return with a slightly improved bid that could persuade Valencia to sell. Personal terms are not expected to be an issue for Mosquera, who has been playing in the under-21s championship. Now, the first bid isn't typically accepted. We know he's got a year left on his deal and has shown no willingness to sign a new one. So they're going to have to make their mind up, people. Douglas Luiz has been linked with Leeds United. Could that be something we explore again, people? Arsenal target says yes to transfer as 2 Premier League rivals blown away. Arsenal are looking to close a deal for Cristhian Mosquera after intensifying their interest in the defender, people. Apparently Leipzig have been interested for financial reasons. They have to move away. Maybe you'd have the finances to get this deal done if you just accepted what we're trying to offer you for Leipzig, offer you for Sesko, sorry. He has drawn interest from Villa, Bournemouth, Leverkusen, Atletico Madrid, and also Leipzig. He is able to play centre-half as well as right-back. Apparently Arsenal advancing in discussions and are understood to be hopeful that an agreement could yet be struck for a cut price potentially under 17 million pounds, which equates to 20 million euros. Valencia have tried to sign him to a new deal. It's a myth. Apparently, Valencia have financial issues, so sell the guy to us and we make it happen. Really, I got the same link up here twice, so that's a myth. Again, sources close to the club suggest Sporting's keenness to offload Gyökeres has become clearer by the day, arguably weakening their hand. Internally, there are already reservations over the player. Leipzig are driving a hard bargain where Sesko's concerned, and apparently away from Ollie Watkins, Gyökeres and Sesko, Berta is looking at other targets, which is maybe why you're seeing Nicholas Jackson linked with us. Romano has said Arsenal behind the scenes have been working very well on Mosquera. My understanding is the player wants to go to Arsenal and he sees Arsenal as the perfect opportunity for his career. Look at the development with the defenders at our club under Arteta in particular. You have to compete with Gabriel, with Saliba. You could play right back, and Timber and White have struggled for fitness. But what I'm hearing is that Mosquera is not scared of this. He wants to be there. My feeling is that for 20 to 25 million euros, Arsenal can get the deal done, people. Zubamendi, apparently he's done his medical. He signed the deal, says Romano. So we're awaiting confirmation there. Apparently, Nordgaard was happy to stay at Brentford, but Arsenal's an opportunity of a lifetime, which you would imagine. Lewis Skelly has expressed gratitude not only for getting a new contract, but Mikel Arteta giving him an opportunity. And you're seeing the rumors how he actually gave a talk at his contract negotiations. I love Lewis Skelly, man. You're a future captain. You can never change that number 49. That needs to be iconic, like Declan Rice's number 41. We'll have to be patient regarding the striker. Conversations ongoing between both Sesko and Gyökeres. Arsenal are trying to see if they can reduce a Leipzig's request and also to find out the final price for Gyökeres. Rodrigo's future lies in him wanting to go. Till now, he has not communicated that he wants to leave, but if he wants to leave, Arsenal will be in the conversation, says Romano. Apparently, Gyökeres is resisting all offers in order to join Arsenal. We might as well just sign both of them, innit? If I'm completely honest. The conversations for both Sesko and Gyökeres is ongoing with daily contact between all parties. Arsenal are on it, so let's see what they will decide. For sure, Arsenal will sign a new striker this summer. This article basically said if anything goes left, we will go in for Ollie Watkins, people. And apparently we've opened Eze talks as we prepare to announce 4 signings already this summer. I mean, Eze, we all know he got released by Arsenal as a kid. So yeah, once again, new round of talks with Valencia is scheduled. Walt made apparently there's a 60 million asking price. I must admit, if there's anything that goes left with Watkins, with Sesko and Gyökeres, or potentially anyways, I think he won't be the most glamorous, but I think he's right up our street personally. We're advancing in talks for Mosquera. Negotiations are specifically structured around paying the fee in installments. He's got a 17 million release clause. Berta is working to get below that, people. But Thomas Partey is still training in Spain. Can he stay? Can you lot imagine a reality where you've got Thomas Partey, Nordgaard, and maybe Zubamendi? Probably not. As we know, Benjamin Sesko started following us on social media, people, and we're led to believe, at least where the Daily Mail, the Mail Sports concerned, is that Mikel Arteta, whether it's Gyökeres, Sesko, whoever wants a striker in before we jet off for pre-season, people. Sammy Motbell has said the same thing as well. Eze believes he'll be moving clubs this summer. Spurs lead the chase, but others, including Arsenal, have inquired. There's also reports to say Spurs have walked away from such people. I mean, yeah, I just don't want you. We've been linked with Madueke. He's got a 15 million asking price. We've also been linked with Kudus, who has an 85 million pounds asking price. Would you lot pay that or go for him? Sammy Motbell said we've flirted with the idea of signing Alvarez. That's not happening. Rodrigo rumors are not going anyway. And again, we've been linked with Eze, Madueke, Morgan Rogers, Paxal, who plays in Holland, Nico Williams, and Anthony Gordon. Have you lot got any faith we sign any of them? Should we, at what point do we say forget Rodrigo and go for the Ezes or the Morgan Rogers or just another name?
I think like